Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in again to Live&Breathing show Artist Picks. Today we have some amazing guests from Knoxville. We have Count This Penny. This is Amanda and Alan. And I think I pointed to you guys backwards in the corner of my eye, but I think that they can figure that out. So what we're going to do today, as we do every day with these shows, is we're going to introduce some of our older Live&Breathing videos that the artists here have picked out. I guess that's where we start. Where do we want to go now?
Let me just say, some of these videos we've watched dozens to possibly
over
hundreds of times.
And over and over.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Me
we'll,
too.
yeah, I mean,
A couple of big fans here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And when we first, I think the first time we saw any of these videos, we were not living here. We were living in Madison, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And so we were like, this is happening in Knoxville right now? Because the last time we had lived here before then was a long time ago. It was like just Arby's downtown.
That was going to be the exact reference I had. Like,
yeah.
You had Arby's, and that was your option.
And then we like moved around, and we went up to Madison, Wisconsin, and then we were like, who's doing all this cool stuff in Knoxville? Mm-hmm. You know? And then it's like, then we came back, and we just like, there's this like amazing community of music.
So how long were you guys in Madison?
5 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We were
We were in Johnson City.
Excuse
We
me,
were Johnson
5 years.
City before that, and then Madison.
Yeah, we did 5 years in Johnson City and 5 years in Madison.
So we were gone for 10 years. And then we came back to Knoxville, and we were like, whoa, like look at Gay Street.
Yeah.
It was wild.
I mean, from 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
downtown is completely different.
Yeah.
It's growing so fast. I
Yeah.
love it here. Okay.
So I guess where we go from the introduction is thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
It is.
Thank you for being a creative force.
I can't help it. I love it.
Yeah.
You guys have been on. We have three videos, if I recall
Yeah.
correctly, of you guys that we shot in Knoxville, which I love. And
We were in the big American flag space. Yeah.
Our dear friend Charles.
Yeah.
Was his. I don't know what you would call that. They don't live there anymore, but it was this big, awesome garage next to their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun.
It was amazing. I guess, do you guys ready to hop into our first video?
Let's do it.
Share that?
Yeah.
That sounds great.
What did you guys pick first?
First, I think our first pick is the Cactus Blossoms.
Yes.
Yeah. And they're a brother band from Minneapolis. We heard about them when we were living in Madison because those towns are just a few hours apart. Mm-hmm. And they're one of those bands that we're kind of like, why weren't they at the Grammys? Like, why aren't they world famous, internationally known? We just love them so much.
You hear the brother harmony for a second. And in this song specifically, when the brother harmony comes in, I get chills every time.
Yeah.
It's so
Everly
good.
Brothers, I mean, just like so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one time, I think I've only seen them live a couple times actually. But one of the times I saw them was at the Blue Plate here in Knoxville. And their third brother was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they came into Barley's that night.
They played Barley's.
Oh, they
that night.
played Barley's.
Yes.
Oh, but there was like another band, and then they like sat down and just like ate pizza like normal people, and I was like, look at those guys.
One of our friends leaned over and was like, "Those guys could be brothers."
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. She said those guys could be brothers, and we were
They're
like,
so handsome.
You have no idea.
Well,
Good
as
thing
it
you're
turns
seated
out,
right now
that's
because
Yeah.
In fact, they are.
That's right. She did say that. Yeah, that was so fun. They're just wonderful. Yeah. Do you remember shooting this video?
I remember being with them. I can't say this video exactly because those weekends at Pickathon are crazy for us.
Yeah.
But I remember hanging out with them a little bit. The one time that I do remember seeing them, I was in Austin, the band that I worked for, the Avery Brothers. We were playing there, and I was walking around one morning, and I hear these familiar voices, and I can't quite tell who they are, but it sounds awesome. And South by Southwest, that stage is all over the place, and like in all the nooks and crannies. So I'm like walking down alleys trying to find it, and I come around this turn, and there's like this little stage. It had a pretty setting and whatnot, and I just sat there and drank my coffee and just took them in. It was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess with that, let's share it with our viewers.
Let's do it.
All right. Holy cow.
Deep within my heart lies a melody
song of old San Antone, where in dreams I live with a memory. Beneath the stars all alone, it was there I found beside the Alamo. Enchantment like the blue up above, for that moon passed that only she would know. And rose, my rose of San Antone, moon in all your splendor, known only in my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone, lips so sweet and tender, like petals fall apart. Speak once again of my love, my own broken song, empty words I know linger in my heart all alone. For that moon that passed that only she would know, and rose, my rose, San Antone. Deep within my heart lies a melody, song of old San Antone, where in dreams I live with a memory. Beneath the stars all alone, it was there I found beside the Alamo. Enchantment strange as blue up above, for that moon past that only she would know. And rose, my rose of San Antone, moon in all your splendor, known only in my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antone, lips so sweet and tender, like petals fall apart. Speak once again of my love, my own broken song, empty words I know linger in my heart all alone. For that moonlit past that only she would know. Rose of San Antone, yes, my rose, San Antone.
Amazing, 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 amazing. So that was the second time that they played for us at Pickathon in the Pump House, which is just tiny, as I've said before. It's a 9x9 tiny cinder block room.
It's 9x9.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Whoa.
Yeah. I have no idea how you guys pulled that off.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It was fun and tough. It was a lot of challenges.
I did appreciate your story about weeping all weekend last time.
Let's slow down a little bit. It wasn't all weekend.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. My apologies.
It was the last night. It was my 30th birthday, and I just felt emotional. I'd been up basically all weekend, and was just taking in the thought of my 20s were gone, and the rest of my life is ahead of me, and my dear friends were there and embraced me, and
it's nice to know that everyone else can know your soft soul, your giant heart. I love it.
Do you know what we did? You know what we did for your 30th birthday?
I do.
We went to hear Jay Clark at the Down Home.
Oh wow!
In Johnson City.
Down Home.
And we were like, yes, we're going out. We went with friends. The Down Home's amazing. And then I just remember at one point Jay played his song Reflectors, which is like the saddest song ever. He has many very sad songs. He's a great songwriter. Uh-huh. And Alan was like, it's my 30th birthday.
It was
like a similar moment.
Thank you so much for ringing me into my 30s.
It was like a similar moment of like, I guess we're adults
I guess
now.
we're doing this.
This is getting real.
Going down the long, dark highway, man. Let's do this.
I have such a great memory of that 30th as well. That's so funny.
The laughing is done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Over.
Yeah.
It's over. It's all
It's over.
downhill.
That chapter of our lives
Yeah.
is behind us.
You're beginning to decay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of when it happens. I feel like I threw out my back for the first time shortly.
That's
in
right.
My 30s.
Yep. Whether you like it or not, you're gonna start getting sore.
Right.
The other day, I reached for my dog bowl to fill it up with water. It was empty, and like, okay. And then I'm just now getting over it. I feel pretty good today.
You can reach, but don't reach and twist.
Right,
That's
that's
like
right.
that's the
it.
danger zone, man. Yep.
Isolated moves only.
All right, parenting advice. Go.
Yep.
You guys stretch every morning somehow. You can't, but you got to.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah.
guess luckily for us, our kid is very into wrestling right now. So we actually are kind of getting a little bit of like morning warm up because she's like, hey, let's wrestle before school.
My son and I came up with a great game called Socks. You pick an arena.
Yeah.
It can be a rug, it can be the couch, it can be a bed, it can be a whole room, whatever you want it to be. And you take off your shoes, and whoever gets both of the other person's socks off first wins.
This is genius.
It takes nothing but a pair of socks.
It's amazing.
And if you want them to win, you wear a looser pair of socks.
Yes.
I'm undefeated. I only wear tight socks.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Nobody gets away with anything at your household.
I dominate.
I could see that.
Well, wrestling
I
has
want them to
been
work for it.
Right.
wrestling has been
Your dad was
really
an NFL
important.
coach, right? So you know that matters, right?
Wrestling has been really important for us because I've been saying like, don't eat all that salmon. Like, I don't want you eating that much protein. I don't want you to beat me at wrestling. And she's like, just eat a salmon, just like the whole, just off the bone, you know?
Off the bone.
She's just ready to eat protein.
Pull the goldfish out of the fish.
And she'll ask me, she'll be like, does yogurt have protein? I'm like, so much. Please don't eat that whole thing. Just like getting after it. Because she's like an active little body who doesn't like to sit still and eat.
Yeah.
So I'm just like saying like, please don't eat. So that please don't be stronger than me. She's like, you're going down, old lady.
Clem, our daughter, her favorite move is the stay down, old man, or stay down, old woman.
She has said,
move.
stay down, old lady to me. Stay down, old lady. Yeah.
With a frying pan in her hand.
Yeah, that's right. Move again and see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, in
Mess
like
around, find
champion
out.
spirit. Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
but you know what? I can tie this together. I used to wrestle with my brother all the time
Whoa.
when we were kids because we were
Okay.
like pretty close in age.
We just talked about that. I don't have any siblings.
We would wrestle. I mean, we kind of were like still doing it. I remember we'd go to restaurants like in high school and college, and my parents would be like, "Stop," because we'd be like, smashing each other with the elbow. But he was terrible at wrestling as a kid because my parents, we'd like always wrestle on my parents' bed, and they had like a mirror here on their dresser, and he would like pin me down, but then he would like watch himself punch me. And so then I could like sweep the leg, and he would lose every time. And so it's really bringing back some like fun childhood memories for me to wrestle with our own kid.
He was training for WWE,
Yeah.
and you were just worried about winning.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a Virgo.
Ah,
I must be right. And
I have no
must
idea
win.
what that means.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So anyway, so brothers are fun, and we have another brother video coming up.
Going from one set of brothers to another.
Let's do
brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
We love the brother.
More
harmony.
brother harmony.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to? Do you want to say their name?
We'll say it. The Wood
Wood
Brothers.
Brothers.
I don't know.
The Wood-
Oh, they're God.
The Wood Brothers. We
Yeah, the
love
Wood
them.
Brothers,
We
yes.
love them. And they usually play the Bijou, like every other year. Wouldn't you say? Like pretty frequently.
I feel like I see them up there,
Great
yeah.
show. Just like such a
Amazing.
joy to watch. Yeah.
Great fog machines.
Great fog machines.
they
I don't
really?
remember that.
I think it's fog.
No. Oh, I don't think it's fog.
Oh, I got you. With the Avery brothers, we've done quite a few shows together. I like to point this out whenever I can because, you go to a show and you see everybody on stage, and that's what the crowd sees. But when you're traveling with a band or working with another band and their crew, there's all different kinds of personalities, as in any profession. But that band is another one of the bands. I mentioned this about Lake Street Dive also, that their crew, the band and crew, are always a great hang. Mm-hmm. Hardworking, get the job done, and then you can just sit around and talk with them and have a great time, and they're just all
awesome.
sweethearts.
Yeah.
I have nothing but amazing things to say about working with the musicians and what we've done with the videos, and also just professionally traveling around. So
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
particularly love watching. I think his name's Oliver, right? Oliver Wood. His long hair. I think his name. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
a yes. I love watching him sing because he's one of those singers that it seems like he just gets lost in it. Like every time I watch
Yes.
him, like just his
Yeah.
face, you know, it's great. I love it.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Here it comes.
When I was a little boy, I liked to go in swimming. But now I am a bigger boy, and I like to go with women. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Yeah. I need a girl that's good to me. I need a girl about 5'3". I need a girl that's gonna treat me right. How about a girl like you tonight? Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, yeah. Well, you got that body, you got that frame. Why don't you call me Liza Jane? Yeah, you got that body, you got that frame. So why don't you call me Liza Jane? Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little Liza Jane. Oh, little
black smoke just rolling out from the side stage. And we're live. Okay, brothers, talented, harmonies. It happens.
Yes.
And it just happened.
Happened again. Yeah. I love the brother harmony on that, but I think I really just dig the groove, man. Like it is a groovy tune, and they do it justice.
We were just also talking about moves, and
they got the moves.
How Chris on the bass, when he doesn't do it in that video, but his dancing on stage, is really something to enjoy. I think.
Same.
Agreed. Yeah. Agreed. Thirded.
I wanted to ask you guys. Let's see here. What are you guys working on right now? Do you have any recordings or anything that you're getting into, looking forward to making?
Did you see the deer in headlights look that we both just gave you?
We're working on wrestling with our
4-year-old.
Alan has some new songs. I think we're going to play one of those later. But Alan has some new songs that are really great that we're hoping to record sometime.
When did we move back to Knoxville?
2017. No. 2015.
15?
Yeah.
A decade ago?
Don't put it like
yeah,
that.
all right, yeah, fair enough. That seems aggressive. Yeah, I know. My neck. Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah. But these are just like sort of snapshots from our experiences.
The last time we recorded was 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a while.
Yeah.
So Alan has some great new songs. I have some parts of some songs that aren't finished that Alan has really encouraged me to work on, and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that.
Do you ever approach recording time with an unfinished song and then try to force it in that moment?
I have in the past, but I haven't done that recently.
Do you want to talk about that? I find this interesting, the writing process.
Oh, I do too, yeah.
Everybody has a million ways, and there's not one way that works for anybody consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So like I love hearing about the different ways of how songs come about.
In that circumstance, it would have been that we had like 9.5 songs. I mean, we've never had like sort of playtime in a studio before.
Yeah.
And so it always felt like, okay, you have to show up with intention.
Yeah.
But what were you referencing when you said that we had done that?
That song Starry Crown, which we played live for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I finished that with like, let's try to finish this right now.
I gotcha.
Which is probably why we stopped playing it live, and it was never actually really finished, I would say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we recorded this last album here in Knoxville with Scott Miner, and we asked...
Great guy.
Yeah, me too.
He lives in Greece now.
Sweet guy.
I heard he was coming back. I don't know if that happened yet or not.
Oh, gosh, I hope so. Okay.
We got to get out every now and again, I guess.
Yeah,
No, I hope he's coming back. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But we asked Josh Oliver to play on that album, and there were a couple songs that he was just sort of showing up blind to, and so that felt like we were creating in the spot, but we weren't writing in the spot. We were just arranging in the spot.
Yeah.
But even with
I know.
Josh,
I would say
that's
one of
part
my
of the writing
songs.
process too.
One of my songs on that record wasn't finished, and then the guys were like, "We'll put a musical break here, and then it's finished." And I was like, "This is the best."
Somebody else finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does feel good.
Because they were like, "Don't add any more words. Like, we'll just play something beautiful, and then it'll be done." And I was like, "Incredible."
All right.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're a good musician. They can step in and be like...
I was going to say, when you're hanging out with good musicians?
I can fix this for you. When you're hanging out. I'm talking about them, not
right.
me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to take a quick moment and thank our sponsors.
Let's do it.
Which, anybody who wants to help support us and be a sponsor, if you will, if you go to Patreon, Live&Breathing, we have different tiers. That's Patreon works, if you're familiar with that. Really, really thankful for everybody that's on there, and anybody who's not, please go ahead and do it if you can. Also, this is on YouTube, so it's a thing to say subscribe, click like, and turn on the notifications. This show in particular, I think, is the most important to turn on the notifications because we don't have a schedule for it. Our other show, the Appalachian String In, is the last Tuesday of every month, and it's 8, usually starts around 8 Eastern. But this show we're doing it when we can do it, so we don't have a schedule yet. So go ahead and turn on the notification for that. And the last huge thanks that I have is for Marble City Hat Company. They're really helping us out. financially, and these are all things that we need to keep this going because we all have families and we need to pay the bills to keep the studio open. So
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I've got there. I want to hit you guys with a couple. I hate it when people say, "What's your favorite this? What's your favorite this? What's your favorite color? Whatever." So, what is your favorite state?
So you're going to ask us?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Okay. This is a hard question, I think.
I can't wait to hear it.
Well, I love the state of Wisconsin. And we
For
traveled
7 months.
and we traveled all around it, but I genuinely only love it for part of the year. Because the rest of the time I was just very, very cold.
Yeah.
But that's pretty high on my list. Yeah.
That makes sense.
I love the state of Georgia because we went to school in Atlanta.
That's
I
where I was
love the
born.
state of South Carolina because that's where we go to the beach. So I love the state of California because it's amazing.
Yeah.
But I've never driven a car there. I've only ever been riding with other people. So Alan's like, you wouldn't like it if you drove a car.
Did I say that?
Yeah, in LA. You're like, you wouldn't like it if you were driving.
LA.
I love
Yeah.
LA. You wouldn't like it if you were driving.
But you also said Atlanta on there, which would
Yes,
be like
I do. I love Atlanta.
I love Atlanta too. I was born and raised there, but driving there,
Yeah.
it's the reason it's one of the reasons. I was born in Atlanta and slowly through my life kind of kept going north and north and north and ended up in Dahlonega, which is similar to here. I just love the mountains or giant
It's
hills,
gorgeous.
whatever you
Yeah,
want to call
Dahlonega is
it.
fantastic.
It's in my heart.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah. I think sending me to college in Atlanta was one of the hardest things my dad ever did.
Which college?
We went to Emory.
Oh wow.
So you're like really,
don't
I mean,
know
you
that I knew
can
that.
drive
I
like,
know that. I did not know that.
yeah.
You know that you did
I
not know.
now know that I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Yeah, I was actually just in Atlanta 2 weekends ago, and I found out, I had already made plans to go visit friends there, but I found out that week that I was going to go down. 3 of my close friends from college, we're all mid-40s, and 2 of them are brothers. Brothers is like the theme of our artist picks.
The first half.
2 of them are brothers. One of them is like their long time best friend, and they had decided to race each other in a 400-meter foot race.
Okay.
And we were like, please don't do this.
At
You're
this
going to
age.
get hurt. Yeah.
This happened
Yeah.
a couple of weekends ago.
20 people
Yeah.
came out, made signs. We had pom-poms.
Oh, this
we were
wasn't
doing
a,
pre
we're
and
at the bar,
post game
let's do this.
analysis. And nobody got hurt. And it was incredible.
Who won?
So we workshopped
The
the
oldest
name.
brother.
the oldest
The
brother?
oldest brother. Apparently, the
Yeah.
oldest brother said to the youngest brother at the beginning, "Don't go out too fast. You'll be gassed. You won't make it to the end." And then the youngest brother fell for it. And then they get like 100 yards in, and the oldest brother's like, "Too fast, man." And he just, yeah, it was great. It was so enjoyable.
The oldest brother was going to win the whole time, right?
Yeah, I don't think there was any doubt about it.
Yeah.
He needed it.
My favorite part is that
We're at an age now where it's like, you need this.
That's right.
You can have it.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we workshopped the name, and it was like the hammy sprain, or like
Alan wanted
the
to
old
call
man
it
run, and
the name of the race.
the
Alan
name of
wanted
the
to call
race.
it the spirit of decay.
The spirit of decay, which I think was hilarious. But Amanda killed it, and so
I called
it's
it
officially named the Post Fontaine,
The
which I think is
post-Fontaine. Like pre-Fontaine,
Yeah,
but it's like the post-Fontaine.
yeah. We're way over the hill.
The old man.
Nobody should be running now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was lovely. Atlanta's lovely. So Georgia's in my top, South Carolina, California, and Wisconsin.
Okay.
I think when we were playing music regularly, and it's been a while, we lived in Wisconsin, so we got to know that state really well. I think
Yeah.
that would be at the top of my list.
Beautiful.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
I like Madison a lot.
Well, growing up here, nobody ever tells you Wisconsin's beautiful.
Yeah.
They say, why would you go there? It's so cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Which
We
is true.
can
It gets
vouch.
really cold.
It's also really cold. Yeah.
Coldest I've ever been. I was loading
Yeah.
out loading into a casino 20 years ago. I can't tell you. I don't remember how negative it was, but
Yeah.
The experience was
getting the
negative.
gear out
Yeah.
of the trailer and going back and forth. It was just like I had to brace myself before I went outside to get more stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, God, it's so cold.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to keep shooting the shit or? Oh, I didn't mean it. Can we curse?
I
Should
think
we
so.
curse?
We should definitely curse.
Alan's very for it.
Fuck yeah, let's do this.
Woo!
We're not doing that. Sorry, did
No.
I just go way over the line?
There's a fucking line way back.
Yeah, that's
there.
right. Yeah.
Okay, so if we're gonna be on cursing, and we have kids, I was just having a conversation with my son the other day about not cursing and about he hears it and the lines of who you can curse around. Do you guys have any, like, with your daughter? Is there, how do you?
She hasn't dabbled yet.
She
but
has not.
But I used to teach middle school,
Uh-huh.
and my students would be, they would try to curse, and I would sort of discourage it, and they would be like, "Do you cuss?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love cussing, but I would never cuss in front of you guys because it's not very respectful, and I respect you." And they were like,
Oh man,
and then they kind of just stopped doing it.
you just made me feel terrible.
And then some of them
that's a
were
mind trick.
And then some of
Yeah.
them were like, "You don't seem like you like cussing. You seem like a goody two shoes." I was like, "Okay, well."
It's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah,
Do-gooders
right.
can
Right.
curse or cuss
Yeah.
or whatever.
But it
Yeah.
worked pretty well in terms of like sort of keeping them from, because you're really experimenting in middle school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were kind of like, "All right, well, we're not gonna." They're like, "She likes cussing. We can't get a rise out of her that way." Took all their power away.
Do you guys
So-
have a curse word that is? Do you have a scale for
Oh,
curse
yeah.
words?
Yeah.
I ask this because
I do not.
I have clear memories of when I lived in Houston. I know I said I was born and raised in Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta, and then we quickly moved to Buffalo for half a year, and then Houston until I was 8, and then Atlanta from then on. But my neighbor in Houston, I remember being between our houses and us arguing over which word was the worst.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I knew ass was the worst word
Yeah.
that you could say beyond any of them.
You're going to hell for that one.
Do you have a different? Do you have a different relative frame for ass now? Is it like halfway up the mountain?
I feel
Is
like
it-
I
ass
don't
is
think
like
it's even
nothing.
really a
It's not
bad
even
word.
in there.
Barely
Yeah,
a bad
right.
word
I mean, by
Yeah.
the time I hit my teens, that was
Yeah.
nothing.
Right.
The F.
You might have heard a
the
teacher
fuck
say that.
is-
Yeah.
That's the worst in my.
And I also think if you're in the South, GD is really bad.
That's
A lot
right.
of Southerners are like, "That's the worst one."
Yeah.
That's what I grew up hearing anyway.
How about now? Is that the worst one?
Well, it's like implanted in my brain that it's bad.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Now I'll back that up in that I remember going over to my neighbor's house as a teenager, and I was raised in a Methodist church and went to church every Sunday, and
Methodists.
so I could relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in an argument with my neighbor, and I have a bad mouth, and I don't know why I didn't go for the GD, or it wasn't a GD situation, but I said, instead of saying I swear to G, I don't know why I'm shortening. What is happening right now?
You start getting self-conscious.
What if your congregation is watching right now?
Yeah, my childhood preacher.
But I was like, I swear to gosh. I was like, whatever I was trying to defend,
yeah.
I was like, I swear to gosh. And he was like, you what? He's like, what do you would swear to Oshbagosh? Or like, what are you talking about? And then I felt so stupid and like just gave up on whatever I was arguing for.
Yeah.
But just saying I swear to gosh is always kind of stuck with me.
That's cute. I might start saying that to Clem, actually.
I have had very religious grandparents, and my parents would say, "Please don't say God, say Gah."
Oh my God.
See,
right. I mean,
this-
give me a break. Right?
This is
What are we
like
doing?
that mentality has led me down to where it's like what you're saying does not matter. It's the intent.
There it is.
And there's so many different words that are blocked off or considered bad or whatever that it doesn't matter. It's like if you could say the sweetest words in the most hateful way, and then what's worse?
Agreed.
I mean, it's your intent, and I feel like that's removed from not just curse words, but a lot of the things that we see in the world that we place judgment on. It's just like
Preach.
what is the intent behind it?
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I hear all the applause out there.
Finally,
crazy.
somebody's talking about this important issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's addressing it.
You know, I was thinking. I was thinking the other day. We got the studio, and I've got all these ideas for different shows and whatnot that I want to do. And in high school, I did a lot of improv and loved it. We did we went to like a 1-act play competition with our improv group and
That's
dominated.
awesome.
We didn't win. We won best ensemble because that was the only thing that we would fall under. So much fun. I was like the host, and this was before, maybe right as or somewhere in whose line is it anyway, the original one. But oh geez, where was I going with that? The shows I want to do. I want to come up with a new show, which is basically every new show that you see, but you just make up like whatever you want. It's like, man, I heard that electricians are really upset because plumbers are starting to not have the health problems that electricians are having. Just make up the most random BS facts and present them as their total truth because I don't know. I think it'd fit right in with everything else.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that
I feel
makes
like that
sense to me.
show already exists.
Which is what?
No, I'm not gonna. No, I won't go down that path.
We're skipping that path.
Yeah, skip.
Okay.
Let's skip it.
All right.
We all know
Robert
what I'm
Frost.
talking. We all know what I'm talking about. Robert Frost.
This is less traveled by.
Oh, you're
I know, I
you're
know.
talking about the news.
I'm talking about fake news.
Yeah, that's what you're
The
talking
news,
about.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are already doing improv,
I
political
like your
improv.
idea.
Yeah, oh my God.
I like your
That's
idea.
definitely
Man.
what's happening.
Let's not get into politics.
All right, yes,
please.
we will. I think that's what
For
you
the
want
love
to
of
avoid.
gosh,
Yeah,
let's
that's
not get
for
into
the love of
For
God.
the love of
Let's
God.
please
I
avoid
swear to
that.
gosh.
Yeah.
I swear to gosh, we're not going to do this God thing. This God dang thing.
I will say,
Dang is a good one.
when I get really flustered with my daughter, I'll say like, if I see that one more time, I swear to God, I'll throw it in the trash. And I feel so bad every time I say it because I just imagine like my grandmother being there and being like, maybe I'll start saying, I swear to gosh, I'll throw it in the trash. It doesn't sound nearly as bad.
Does anything ever
The
go
intent, however, is exactly the same.
This goes back to what you were saying about intent. So maybe that's what I have to work on.
Did you not learn from
Yeah.
the speech that we
Should
just
I
heard?
stop?
Yeah,
Wait,
I
is the issue that I should stop threatening to throw her things away?
think the threat, the intent
Okay.
is what we should be paying attention
We can
to.
workshop this later.
Okay, we'll work
Yeah,
on
okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, what do we,
We
have
don't mean
next?
to. We don't mean to pull you into our domestic disputes.
Yes, yes. What do we have up next?
Cameras are on. Do we want to do another video or do we want
I
to
think
keep
we
Yes,
should.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Let's do another one.
Next up, we have Lake Street Dive.
Oh,
I've
yeah, we'll bring
already
the spirits
mentioned this in the last episode about how, and just in this episode, how amazing the crew is. And I realized that I left out one member when I was talking about how amazing the band was, because he's not in the band anymore, McDuck,
Yeah.
and how awesome he is. And I just wanted to say that. I've already harped on the 4 members now in this band because the talent in each of their abilities is overwhelming at times. So, if you guys want to...
I will say they just played the Bijou.
Tennessee.
They just played the Tennessee. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. They just played the Tennessee, and one of our old friends from Madison opened for them. Her name's Monica Martin, and if you haven't seen any of her stuff, she's incredible.
Okay.
And Lake Street Dive has great taste.
Yeah.
And I think she's sung some stuff with them, and they recorded a cover of
Can't help falling in
Can't Help Falling in Love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just look her up because she was on the road with them for a bit, and she's wonderful as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love tips
Yeah.
like that.
And it was so nice to see them here in Knoxville too. Really fun.
Killer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. We're going to roll this video.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You gave me something I understand. You gave me loving in the palm of your hand. I can't tell you how I feel. My heart is like a wheel. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to I wanna tell you, and now's the time. I wanna tell you
it's like the obtuse angle is sad because it's never right. I don't.
Our daughter has a joke.
What is it?
How did the chicken cross the road?
How?
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 On a zip line. She made it up.
But it came from why did the chicken cross the road?
Yeah, it's her own spin.
I love that.
Yeah.
I do.
She knows you're supposed to ask a question, but then she doesn't really know after that what to do.
I love that.
Very cute. Yeah.
Okay, that was Let Me Roll It, my Lake Street Dive.
Amazing.
Love it.
And those were some jokes. And now we're going to move on to something else.
You can let us know in the chat if you prefer the jokes or the videos.
That's right. Dr. Wes Chesterton, huge amount of love to you. Thank you so much for saying something. And Ross Bradley, thanks for being out there. And how goes, man? I was right. How goes, man? I was right there.
Was he at Pickathon?
Where were you? Ross?
We're talking to you, Ross.
Oh, is that? I can't see the picture. I think I might know who that is.
Okay.
Yes, I do know who that is. Ross! I'm embarrassed.
Reunion.
Your last name's not in my phone. Okay.
When he said right there, he meant like here.
Right there. Oh, he was here. No,
Was
he
he-
was at Pickathon.
No.
He was at
I'm just
Pickathon.
saying. Yeah, I know.
He was in the pump house. Yeah.
It's gonna circle.
I was there recently stealing all your stuff.
Yeah.
There's a few instrument-free hangers. Hope you took the Taylor guitar.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
I feel like we talked a lot after the last one. Should we go right into the next video, or do we need to cover some
I'm
topics?
fine with that. I just want to make the people happy. What do you think is going to make the people happy right now?
Well, knowing how much I love the song we're about to listen to, I think the song will make the people happy.
How about a hat from Marble City Hat Company?
That'll make anyone happy.
That would
Right.
make anybody happy.
But I don't
believe.
have access to this.
That makes it tricky. For
Right
us.
now, we have
Yes.
access to this incredible song and video. And it features brothers.
We didn't even know because we just had this conversation. That was, I knew, and I didn't. It didn't click. Now we all know that this is three brothers in a row, three pairs.
Yeah.
Three pairs.
Yeah.
I want to say something before we introduce this video about. I was just reminded that this band. Okay, back to traveling on the road as a musician. Sleep for anybody is very important.
Good luck.
But if you got to get up in the morning and you got to perform and pull it out, it's extra critical. And this band did not get that or much of that the night before this. They played their show, they socialized, I'm sure, and then they get to the hotel and the rooms weren't ready, which is, I mean, it happens. I'm going to say that. It happens. But they came in ragged, and I, again, with all the bands, I'm so thankful for the time that they gave us.
Sure.
But to be in that condition and lay down these performances just speaks to the quality and dedication that this music is just coming out of them. It's a real deal.
This
You
is
guys
a band that I remember you introduced me to Dawes. Dawes.
Dawes.
You haven't said that yet.
This band is Dawes.
This band is Dawes.
It will be. I mean, it has been before. It still is. The video we're about to introduce is a
Yeah.
Dawes video.
Yes, and Alan introduced me to Dawes
The band?
when it was long ago. It was North Hills album, and I remember being like, "Where did you find this?" Like the first time you played me the songs from it, like this is, I mean, I was just like floored. So I don't know, and then we saw Middle Brother play this song in the basement of a record store in Madison, Strictly Discs.
Again, also like having traveled all through
Yep.
the night,
Yep.
like barely hanging on,
Yeah,
gorgeous 3-part harmony.
just
yeah.
stunning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this song in particular is just so beautiful.
I think these
So-
guys are like and I know they've played with Jackson Browne, but it feels like when you're listening to this band, you're listening to our generation's Jackson Browne.
It's like
Brown,
just-
Well
and-
put.
Just like human vessels that like channel music out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, how are you doing that?
Yeah.
With songwriting and musically.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dawes.
Should we roll it?
Let's roll it.
Let me roll it.
That's
That
not
was
this video.
the previous song.
That's not
I
this
know.
video.
This
Yes.
song is called $1 Million Bill.
I hope y'all enjoy it.
When it hits me that she's gone, I think I'll run for president, get my face put on the $1 million bill. So when these rich men that she wants show her ways they can take care of her, I'll have found a way to be there with her still. Ooh, ooh, when it hits me that she's gone, I think I'll be an astronaut, make the moon my home and leave the earth behind. So when she steps out into the night and finds the light that makes her prettiest, she'll be facing me every time she shines. When it hits me that she's left me alone, when I finally move on with my life, her goodbye written into stone, and her shadow grown into a night. When it hits me that she's gone, I think I'll be a movie star and play the finest men the world has ever seen. So when all of these lovers that she's found show her ways, they learn to talk to her. Behind each perfect word there will be a little bit of me.
We're doing it.
I love it.
We're back.
I love it so much. If I could do a 360 in this chair right now and not knock all this crap over, I absolutely would.
You can get away with like 270. No, sorry. That's my mistake.
Okay. Because there's more degrees than I thought that I would pull off. Okay. I want to take a moment to say, if you have not seen Countless Penny's Live and Breathing videos or any of their other, go check it out. We got 2 more music videos we're going to introduce, and then you guys are going to find out why you should go check them out. Do you have anything to add about that amazing group right there?
We love them.
really put you on the spot.
No, I remember seeing them in town, and one of the guitar techs walked on stage and handed Taylor this specific guitar, and he was like, "All right, everybody get ready. I only play one song with this guitar." And like the whole crowd just blew up, like everybody knew about, what was going to happen. And it was the song I'm drawing a blank on right now. The, where he sings about staring into the void.
Oh yeah, staring to the abyss and it's staring right back.
Yeah, I love that
When
line.
My Time Comes.
When My
Yeah,
Time
great
Comes.
song.
And
Great song.
it was like this inside joke that he had with the crowd, and everybody there was exactly on the same page, and it was just beautiful.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you, one of my favorite memories of them is recent. It was after we moved back to Knoxville. We went to see them, I think at the Bijou, right? And they played their song Roll. Is it called Roll Tide?
Yeah.
They have a song called Roll Tide, and it's about like falling in love with a girl in Alabama. And in the chorus, they're like Roll Tide, and the audience at the Bijou was like silent.
Zero
Just
response.
like,
Because they're UT fans.
That's right.
yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Uh-huh.
I was
Everyone
like,
in
oh
Knoxville
no,
was like,
I
we
don't
can't
think-
bother
I was like-
to Roll Tide.
I was like, they're from
Yeah.
California. They don't know. They don't know. And I just felt like so stressed out because like sometimes the crowd can be like kind of rowdy, at a Knoxville show. And I think there was like one person who was like, boo, and of course they're up there singing this gorgeous song.
Yeah.
But that was just one of those moments where I was like, what's going to happen? Which is the great part about seeing live music.
Yeah.
The bipolar
But then-
nature of that crowd,
Yeah,
like
but then they-
geeking out about one
Yeah.
song, and so much so that it felt like an inside joke, and then
Yeah.
later on in the set,
Yeah.
booing
The
another
show.
song.
So it was just like dead
Out
silent.
the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's hilarious.
Dead silent. And then the next song, of course, like explosive applause. Just like, we will not cheer for a song about Alabama. We have standards. It was very
Sacrilege.
funny. It was
Yeah.
very funny.
I'm going to keep it positive and not have
Yeah.
an opinion on that.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I don't have an opinion about it either.
You can have an opinion
No,
about
no,
the
no.
experience,
No.
not their choice.
Oh, the crowd?
Yeah.
No, I gave up on that a long time
fair
ago.
enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crowd,
You have no control.
you have no control.
Yeah.
Not, I'm talking like I'm on stage, but from my experience.
Everybody
You have
has
no
control of not choosing to yell out Freebird. Each individual human has control of that choice.
Yeah.
And some people make the wrong choice. But the
Too
overwhelming
many
majority
people.
of people make the right choice.
You're right.
Still too many who make the wrong choice.
Still to this day.
I know. Wild.
That's a heavy sigh.
How would you rank Freebird on your list of like live music attendee offenses? For me, it's pretty high. Getting in a fight.
Oh,
pretty
now
high.
fights. They're rare, but so annoying. Especially at I believe the shows that we're talking about. We're not talking about like going to a Slipknot show or something
Right,
like that.
right.
I've been a part of some really big mosh pits, and
Yes.
there's a place for that.
Yeah.
But if there's I want to throw this out. If there's an acoustic instrument on stage,
Correct.
probably not the place for a fight.
Right.
Okay, so we got fights. We've got
Freebird.
Freebird.
Something else with an F would be cool. Fights, Freebird.
I hate frolicking. I'm just kidding.
Fires, clearly.
Well, fires, but
Yeah,
that's
that
like
would be
well,
weird.
yeah,
Yeah,
audience.
that would be
For me,
bad.
it's honestly like kind of offensive for a person to be tall at a live music event, but that's just
And be up front.
that's just a me problem. One time I was at a show with a friend of mine who's tall.
The airing of grievances happened in December.
And he was like, he asked, there was like a 6'4" guy in front of me.
Automatically just a jerk.
What a jerk.
My friend was
You
like,
stay home and you play basketball.
my friend was like, hey, would you mind swapping places with her? And this guy was like, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like 5'2", and he wouldn't.
You should start just climbing him.
I know.
Like,
I thought about it.
Amanda,
It was
yelled
Counting
Freebird
Crows.
for the next hour and a half.
No, it was Counting Crows in London. It was Counting Crows in London. It was like
Whoa.
2000. It was like 1999. I mean, I was like just being there, I was already like crawling out of my body. But like, I would have loved to see more of it.
Yeah.
Wasn't meant to be.
You did see that that fan interaction with Ryan Adams at the Ryman.
I did. Have you heard that story about Ryan Adams? Somebody yelled out "Summer of '69." Do you know this? Do you know this story? Were you there?
I was not there.
I was there.
This has become sort of
I was there with my brother. At that
who
show,
was
brothers.
certainly considering
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
okay, so this person yells out Summer of 69, and Ryan Adams is like, who said that? And all these people in the Ryman were like, this guy. Because they thought it was funny. And he was like, get him out. I won't play another song until he leaves. And then he was like, how much do you pay for your tickets? He took his wallet out. He was like throwing cash at the guy. And the guy was removed by security. So I'm sitting there at the concert, like, I don't even say GD. You know, I don't even say, I say I swear to gosh. Like, I'm a like careful person. So I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, this guy's destroying his career. This is so stressful. And my brother was like, this guy's the best. And he became a Ryan Adams fan at that moment when he kicked the guy out for yelling Summer of 69.
So I think there might be another level above Freebird and being tall, which is that you like are picking on the artist in an individual way.
Yeah. I kind of feel like, how dare you address that person on stage from the crowd? Like, know your role. Understand the assignment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I think cheering, obviously, like, I love
Right,
you.
but that's different. Like, you want to, like, that's a form of support. But I think if you're yelling out songs that you want to hear, that I like. Like, I'm sorry.
I did one time really obnoxiously yell out, I love you, Willie Watson.
At a Dawes show.
No. No.
It's awkward for everyone.
No, it was at the Station Inn. It was at the Station Inn. Station Inn. I yelled it out, and somebody else in the crowd was like, "Yeah, Willie."
How do you not love that guy?
I agree.
Another person we have some great videos with.
Oh, a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some great tunes.
And that was when he was so he was playing with Old Crow when I yelled that.
Okay.
And then they surprised us that night. Everybody in the Station Inn, they were like, "We're going to shoot a video." So I think my shoulder is in that video because I had a pink cable knit sweater from J. Crew that I was obsessed with. And I think it's in the video. Yeah. And it was also like 1,000,000 degrees in there. So like, why was I wearing that sweater? I had to look great.
I want to
for
share.
Willie.
I have a story about barely being able to recognize in a scene like that.
Yeah.
So my dad, there's a movie Hoffa.
Yeah.
Not the new one, but the older one. It's called Hoffa. My dad was an extra in like some fight scenes and whatnot. There's like this big brawl, and it was like, I don't know, all the union workers and everybody's fighting, and my dad's like, there I am, and you can't see him at all, but you see this guy like put on his hat, and whatnot. He's like, that's me.
That's awesome.
Like, oh, that's cool, Dad. That's cool.
I would love to be an extra in a movie. I think it'd be so fun. That'd be so fun.
I would like to look into. I'm sure it can't be that hard. That'd be fun.
That'd be just what a great way to spend a day. Just watch a movie be made.
What's the movie? Old School? Yeah, I have a buddy from Emory who was an extra in Old School, and he's supposed to be dancing in the crowd, like really paying attention to the musician, and like it's like Snoop Dogg. Like
isn't it? I was gonna say, isn't it Snoop?
Yeah, it's Snoop Dogg.
It's Snoop. Yeah.
Snoop-a-loop.
That's right. Yes.
Snoop-a-loop.
That he's just like, he's just casually like hanging out, like bouncing in the crowd. I was like, I don't think that's what you would have been doing. I've seen you at a show before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
that was
not
good acting.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah. Good acting.
Watermelon.
Acting.
Yeah.
What's okay? Favorite sad movie? Dark movie?
None. Zero. Actually, I will
Sunshine
say,
of the Spotless
Eternal
Mind.
Sunshine of the
Yeah.
Spotless Mind, I consider to be very, very sad. I was on the couch for like half a day after I watched that movie.
Yeah.
Couldn't move.
I could say that for you.
Yeah. And I love that movie, but I haven't watched it again. I just only have like what's retained because it was so moving to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have one? Or is that the same for you?
Yeah, I think we had a bit of a shared experience. I generally appreciate dark movies, so I don't have sort of a ranking in my head. But
It's
that
weird
was
to say a favorite dark movie,
Yeah,
but like,
I think that's the one that I remember feeling moved by, because I remember sort of seeing you paralyzed on the couch by the experience of it. That's why it came into my head to
Well,
begin
you
with.
also really love Dunkirk. Isn't that one really sad?
What I love most about that is that Christopher Nolan thing where he shifts time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I love the way that movie comes together. I mean, it's a gorgeous movie.
I haven't.
And
I
what
didn't
happens
watch it.
there is dark, but I wouldn't say the movie itself is like inherently dark, other than it, people are dying and it's war and it's horrible and
He seems
miserable.
inherently dark.
Yeah.
Seems inherently dark to me.
I think internally, I would watch it again. I mean, like I have watched it multiple times, but what I think about a dark movie, I think like you consume it once and there's no space in your heart for it again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like you leave there knowing that was a one-off.
Yeah.
And I remember when I watched that movie, that's how I felt.
Like I worked through some stuff that maybe I won't revisit through watching this movie.
Yeah, or I picked a scab that I
Yeah.
don't need to pick again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
What about you?
Easy for me, Joker.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Joaquin is one of my. He's on my top 5 actors. So I watched it for him. I can't imagine a darker movie being made. Like it was a real struggle for me to get through.
Would you watch it again? Because yeah, right.
won't.
That's
I
like a
won't.
one-off.
No,
yeah.
but other movies that I like the acting in, I will watch 100 times, and like, it just that I just love doing that with movies, just watching over and over and over. Any Daniel Day-Lewis movie I've watched probably 1,000 times. Philip Seymour Hoffman, he is so many great movies, but. See, I told you guys. You gave me talking about
we could
movies.
just
I'm just going
tangent,
to keep
yeah.
rolling. We're not here to
Daniel
talk about
The
Day-Lewis.
next movie we're gonna play
But
is.
Daniel Day-Lewis,
Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah,
We have about 3.5 hour break now, guys.
Daniel Day-Lewis is a important musical connection because when Alan is a collegiate baseball player. He's a collegiate baseball player. Like
Not now. I'm not
now.
I'm not
Not
currently.
now.
I almost
No.
told you to bring your glove.
Yeah, yeah. He played in the College World Series. He's a really good shortstop. And he would get sort of like amped up for games by listening to the theme of Last of the Mohicans.
Do you guys know that?
Yeah, great
I don't
song.
know. I don't remember it, but
Yeah, but that's a
Highly
Daniel
recommend it.
Day-Lewis vehicle.
Yeah, that whole
And
soundtrack
that
is-
song will get you fired up. It's kind of like Chariots of Fire, except more like
Well, yeah. It's sort of driving.
rollicking. Yeah, more driving.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, great song. That wasn't his walk-up song though. His walk-up song was "You Can Call Me Al" by Paul Simon.
Right? I don't know. It felt good. Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah, great. So great.
have you seen Phantom Thread? I hope this isn't true, but it might be Daniel Day-Lewis's last movie.
That's
Oh,
right. No, I
right,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a tailor or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that movie.
Okay, great.
I think you could consider that dark. I think it's dark, but maybe I don't know. Okay, if we're talking about movies.
Okay, all right.
Not supposed to be talking about
Okay.
movies. Let's address some people.
The love seat's getting a lot of attention.
We brought this in. Nick and I went to a storage unit last night and brought this love seat over because we, for the show, obviously have two people. And
It's lovely.
It
is it
is.
comfy?
It's lovely.
Yes.
Okay.
And I appreciate that people are giving it a shout out because it was the first thing I said when I walked in. Like, oh, you got us a love seat.
It doesn't swivel as much.
Yeah.
No, it
That would be
doesn't.
my only complaint.
Yeah. I
Is
like
there a
that.
swiveling love seat?
I don't know if there should be now.
Sounds dangerous, and I want one.
I like that people are noticing your attentiveness, your all's attentiveness to the set. It's great.
Oh, I've changed something else in the room. Pop quiz. Can you name what it is? It's very subtle. And if you name what it is, I might be a little concerned.
It's
Ross said he was right there. Maybe he'll know. But I still think he was talking about being
No,
a pickathon.
that's yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Is it
see.
your beard?
I don't know what
Matching
that
couch.
means, but there's some hearts and some thumbs
I like
up.
that love seat a lot. Nice job.
Yep. And Will Godfrey, thank you for your comment. Will Godfrey and I started Live&Breathing together. I went to high school with him. He,
cow.
at the time, was a photographer, and now he is not. He is a family man, lives far away. Yeah, that's a little fact about him. Paul says 4:31. What does that mean?
Did you change the clock in some way? Is there a
clock?
this feels like
Explain
a,
yourself,
this feels like a
Paul.
movie tangent.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about the next,
video.
video.
Okay, keeping us on track. What are you, the host? You're right.
I thought it was your beard. It wasn't your beard that you changed in the room.
Oh.
I mean, I was playing along,
You
but
said
it's
it
not
was,
the beard. You didn't trim your mustache.
You said it
or
was
something?
subtle.
It was subtle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it.
We
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know if it's in the shot. I can
Okay.
say that.
Okay.
There's
That's
little-
a trick question.
Oh, the microphone.
Oh.
441, right?
Gosh, we got experts on this chat.
Yeah. Oh, I call him my audiophagia.
Okay.
He
All
is
right.
now retired, or claims that he is. He's an incredible audio engineer, and system tech is my relationship with him, and I am blessed to have him to guide me and teach me things in the live and recording world. So anywho, love you, Paul. Borrowed this from Matt Fish. Anywho, okay, this next one. I spoke about the guy singing this song, though. There's 3 people in here that are part of the band. And he's a local boy.
Yes.
I know that you guys know him because he's played with y'all.
Yes. Great guy.
His name is Daniel Kimbro.
Daniel
Is
Kimbro.
that how you pronounce that? I'm just kidding.
Daniel?
So this
Danny
is
Kimbro?
Danielle.
this is a Harley Kimbro Lewis video.
That's right.
I love the location. You want to talk about that for a second?
We can.
Yeah.
Suttrie's, which
Yeah.
is downtown,
So cool.
off of Gay Street. It has slightly changed since we shot this video. Now, our dear friend Matt Morlock helped put a stage in there, and now they have shows. They kind of took
They
down
do?
a wall. Yeah.
Whoa. I love it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really great selection of spirits, I guess.
Really good ramen also.
I was getting there. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Really
Sorry.
good ramen.
Really good ramen. Yeah.
It is also your favorite skee
And I
ball
love skee
location
ball.
in town.
I love to play
Yeah.
skee ball.
Is there another one?
No, I mean,
No, it's the only
maybe
one.
it's one of one, but
There's
it's
only
still
talk about it
fantastic.
if there
Yeah,
is.
right.
We had a half day randomly together.
Showbiz is the other one.
We had a
Yeah.
half day randomly together with childcare, and we were like, "What should we do?" And I was like, "Play skee ball at Suttrie's," and it was so awesome.
Is it kid friendly?
I think so.
Yeah,
She was just like 2 or something. So
I was thinking about
Yeah.
because they have so much pinball. I think
Yeah.
Oliver would be great. Have a great time.
we should
in there.
take her there.
Is
They
it
have a
kid-friendly?
driving game.
I don't know.
I think it is.
They
During
serve
the day.
food.
The
Yeah.
bar's on the
We're
other
getting some
side.
people
And
back.
pinball's on whatever.
All right.
Let's.
Good talk.
Oh my gosh, we got a history lesson on Last of the Mohicans. Okay, we'll return to that. Or you want to talk about that?
Cupper.
Yeah.
There's another Paul, dear
Hey.
friend. We know him.
Yeah. Oh, Alan originally said that his favorite state was Montana. Let's tell Paul that.
Oh yeah.
I
That's
just
your
got back from
favorite state?
Montana, and it's gorgeous, but it's not like it's not a known state. So there's great adventure and exploration out there.
Nobody's
which
heard of
yeah.
Montana until just now.
I would recommend the Montana region. Yeah, exploring the Montana, following the Lewis and Clark path through Yellowstone and up through Montana. If you
One
have the
thing-
opportunity, I
this
mean,
guy
depending on
loves
your
to
wagon
teach
trip.
People about Montana. He loves to educate others about Montana.
Because I heard from somebody that they were losing trout in the
Yeah.
streams out there.
Yes, he's good.
Yeah.
It's one of his missions in life.
Mm-hmm.
He has a real dedication to it.
Save the trout.
That's
Okay.
right. Yes.
I mean,
So-
I'm actually very serious about that.
Yeah. Well, so is Daniel, who's in this next video.
Oh man.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Daniel is a dedicated conservationist and fisherman. And one time I actually called his instrument a bass instead of a bass because I was like thinking about him being a fisherman, which he really thought that was like very, very funny and really made fun of me for quite like the rest of the rehearsal that we were doing.
Yeah. You can't get away with that.
Yeah. But the guys, so this band, Harley Kimbro Lewis, I think both of us can confidently say was the best show at the Bijou. I mean, it was like we were obsessed with that show. We went home from the show and put the record on and listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We woke our kid up listening to the record. We turned it up so loud. And she came in to the living room at like 11:30. She was like, "Ay." And we were like, come in here, listen to this. It's so good.
Some of these harmonies, yeah.
Yeah. Just like, like if you have the chance to see these guys live, definitely take it.
I mean, they're
Incredible.
And their own projects are incredible.
Yes.
But them 3 on this is, excuse me,
Yeah.
amazing.
And were you at that show?
I was there for a little bit.
The crowd was going nuts.
Yeah.
The audience was like, because it was hometown audience, but it wasn't just that. It was like a hometown audience that was like seeing one of their guys crush it. It was wonderful.
It was heartwarming.
Yeah,
It really
it
was.
was
Take
great.
Yeah.
every chance I can to
Yeah.
brag on Daniel because anything that he does is incredible.
Yeah.
As you're about to see when we get into this video. But I also want to mention we have other videos with Sam Lewis as well from the past.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to recall exactly where we recorded those. I think it was in Nashville, maybe some other places too.
We were actually scheduled to play a show with Sam Lewis one time, and Alan had to have his appendix out instead.
What's up with that, dude?
You'd think I could have waited another day,
What? Yeah.
right? Yeah, it hadn't burst. It was just a simple appendicitis.
We
The
filmed.
show must go on.
That's right.
Apparently
What's the big
nobody
deal?
explained
We
that to you.
recorded a Day Trotter session, and in the studio at Day Trotter, Alan was like, "I think my appendix might have ruptured, or I think my appendix is like inflamed or something."
Yeah.
I
And then
don't know what that's like.
Pain.
Is this something you would like to talk about? I would like to hear.
It's one of my missions in life to discuss an inflamed appendix and what that might feel like. I'm glad that you've given me the platform. Yeah,
Honestly,
thank
he
you.
was amazing. He had an appendectomy. He was in the hospital overnight. 2 days later, we played the Blue Plate in Knoxville, and he was in the hospital overnight in Iowa. And I was like, we have some shows. You got to get better, and we got to go play these shows. And he was like, I'm trying. Like, can I have some Gatorade? And he crushed it.
Well, that's very sweet.
But then we had a good joke like, I left my heart in Iowa. No, I left my appendix in Iowa.
Yeah, my appendix is like in a dumpster in Iowa somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I remember we went out to eat after the Day Trotter session. And
it was pizza.
And we got pizza, and I didn't have a bite. And I was like, I got to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, something's up.
That's how he knew. When he could not eat pizza, he knew something was gravely wrong.
Yeah, it was a big red flag in my life. It never happened before.
This
where I
dude
couldn't
will eat gas
pizza.
station pizza. He'll eat school cafeteria pizza, like
scary.
any pizza, you know?
But I survived it, yeah. But we missed the show with Sam. Yeah. And I saw him in town recently. But yeah, man, this group is fantastic. And the video is also amazing with Daniel singing lead on it. I love it.
I hope we've built up enough suspense for this.
Yeah.
Okay,
Harley
Nick,
Kimbro Lewis. Good guy.
Yeah. Nick's
Good guy.
ready.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
If it fell off the wagon, if it come off the ship, if it's fit to be happy, then I've got it for sale. If you need it real quick, but you sure don't know, I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. Have you got any copper? Have you got any lead? I can make you an offer right off the top of my head. You say your church house leaks and your pipes won't flow. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. 'Cause I can take your silver and turn it into gold. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. You say you got a broken limb, but you ain't got no plan. I can sell you insurance, I got some second hand. No, I'm no doctor, no degree to show. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. Some folks call me a gypsy, some folks call me a thief. And I can get a little tipsy, and I still make ends meet. You need a getaway car, you need to go fast boat. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. 'Cause I can take your silver and turn it into gold. Not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. If it fell off the wagon, if it come off the shelf, if it's fit to be having, then I've got it for sale. Say you need it real quick, but you sure don't. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. 'Cause I can take your silver and turn it into gold. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know. I'm not a real good man, I'm a real good guy to know.
I mean, he doesn't realize that it's not an electric guitar. He's just ripping that bass to pieces.
He doesn't need it.
Yeah. Yeah, really fun to watch.
I think hopefully now everybody has watched the last two episodes, sees exactly musically how amazing Daniel is. Last week we did a song that he wrote and played guitar alone here. Now you get to see him with some other people playing bass, and that's how I play bass solos.
Yeah. Just ripping them. Yep.
Yeah, I like.
One more time?
I liked your I was gonna like your
I can feel
technique.
it.
Yeah.
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 So we've played a a handful of shows with Daniel and Jessica Watson, who you have.
She's a host of her
running-
Appalachian String In.
That's right, running
Yes.
point on that. And I just wanted to say thank you, Jessica. We're both in love with her. She's amazing and such an amazing musician. But for her to run point on that, we've really enjoyed those shows that you guys have produced.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. It's
Daniel plays a lot of those as well, right?
he does.
Daniel and
he
Jessica.
kind of planted the seed for that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, we love watching those. All the musicians who are doing that are so great.
Do you guys play along with them? Do you ever play?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. We only play our
unless-
own songs. We don't know how to play any other songs.
Yeah, unless the progression is G, C, and D.
Yeah, the people's
But even
key.
then, yeah, it would be a little
Yeah.
bit too complicated for us.
Yeah,
maybe.
I only know like 6 chords.
I mean, with a capo, that's all of them.
Right, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
That's-
I don't know if
that's-
that's actually accurate.
That's my
but-
motto.
Yeah.
That's my motto. When I've learned of a capo, I was like, oh, I'm done. My lessons are over. Yeah. Great.
With the Appalachian String In is fantastic, and to see, like you were mentioning earlier in the week, so many local musicians that just sort of exude groove and understanding and kindness, and that space is awesome. It's so cool.
It's, one of the things I've been thinking about this. One of the things that I think is so special about it is those people are in every town. The people who you talk to them every day and have no idea that they play music, but they're really good at it. It's just their little thing that they have. I'm not saying everybody on the show is that way, but I think that I've talked to a few people. It's like I didn't even know that person played,
Right.
and it's just like they're amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's like discovering that someone has X-ray vision. You're like, oh,
Like who?
didn't know you could do that.
Who has
Just
it?
anybody. Like when
Jessica
you find
hasn't
out,
told you about her X-ray
when you
vision.
find out
I did
somebody
not
is
know.
when you find out
Oh,
somebody's like
yeah.
a killer musician in secret.
Yeah.
It's like learning they have some kind of like superpower
Yeah.
or something.
That's exactly.
Or
right.
you find out that like they paint, and you're like,
Yeah.
when'd you start doing that? It's just I love that. I love that experience.
And Jessica's X-ray vision is impressive.
Right? Yeah, that was the point of the
Did not
story.
know.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
She has.
She would never tell you if she had X-ray vision. She didn't want you to feel bad.
That's
know,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be sketchy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Gotta think about that one.
Well, our next video is like 2 superpower people.
That's right.
One of them was on the show on Monday,
Yeah,
and the
it's
other
great.
one lives, I don't know, quarter mile that way. He's
Great.
a dear friend of mine.
Great.
They're both dear friends of mine.
Yeah.
Marvelous song. I love this version of the song. I believe that this video was shot below my apartment when Josh and I lived together. Josh Oliver and Jill Andrews. That's who we're talking about. They are not a band. They were in a band. Okay, let's go. So, my first 2 guests that I've had.
Sorry, Nick.
Sorry, Nick. Oh, I knew that. I had a feeling because they hadn't come up. I was like,
Are
I
you
know
going to
Nick
say
would
the
have
name
worked
of the
out.
artists? Yes, we will
Okay.
say the name of the artists.
So the Everybody Fields.
Yes.
When I first met Sam and Jill, was at a festival in
Oh, no.
Johnson City.
Nick doesn't want us to talk
Hey,
about this.
we're not gonna. I'm skipping over briefly. I didn't
that's
meet
who
you
we-
guys there.
That's who we went to see at the festival. Was the Everybody Fields? Yes, I had seen them at. I want to say maybe Bristol.
That's right.
I
remember.
and I
you
didn't go
were
to see
so
them at
freaked
Bristol.
out. Yeah.
I got to a stage very early because I was going to see maybe Old Crow Medicine Show, and I was at the stage so early, and then the Everybody Fields played, and I was like, "Who cares about Old Crow Medicine Show? I just saw the best band in America."
Yeah.
And then we went to see them at the Johnson City Festival, and that's when we saw the Avett Brothers, because we went there to see Jill and Sam, and then we stuck around. Alan was in med school at the time, and I was like, "Don't you need to study?" And he was like, "Nah." And I kept like pressuring him to study, and being a terrible partner basically. And then I was like so happy that he did not go study, because then we saw the Avetts. So it was a great day
Cool.
for us. We didn't know about any of the other stuff
It
till
was a
later.
magical day for us.
Yeah, it was
big
a
time.
That's awesome.
amazing day. And we were kind of like Johnson City. We didn't know any of this. I mean, I grew up hanging out in Johnson City, and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And then we just saw like this incredible afternoon of just world-class music. So it was really fun. It was a great day.
You don't get many of those days where like
I can remember like
the
everything
world
about
spins
it.
in a different
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
And for us, and I know that you guys, maybe that day meant something different professionally.
Yeah.
Right. The sort
Yeah.
of course of your life changed. But for us as fans, it also changed.
Yeah, we were on the
just,
fan
just
side.
there just to
Yeah.
consume it. It was remarkable. It
Yeah.
was
At that time,
breathtaking.
I was fan side.
Yeah.
I was trying to be professional and helping out. But I was definitely there because that was my first time seeing the Everybody Fields. Also blown away. But with the Avets, it was just like, I really want to work for these guys, but I don't really care. I get to go. I'm following them around and watching. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a different beast then.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the band called the Kruger Brothers?
Yes. Oh, I couldn't talk about them, but I do.
That's why we stayed.
That's why we stayed.
Because somebody told us, you should
my
listen to the
uncle-
Kruger Brothers.
my
Yeah,
uncle was
Alan's
like,
uncle.
you
That's
should go
right.
see the Kruger Brothers.
Yeah.
Their musicianship is just unbelievable, and
Yeah.
and everybody can play. And so their instrument just
Aren't
like
they-
like an
they're
expert.
like a bluegrass, like
That's
technical.
right. Yeah. And so
And then the Avets are always like punk up there.
and I had forgotten
Yeah.
because my brain doesn't work this way. It doesn't
Yeah.
like
He
hold on to
misspoke?
this. No, he said the
No.
Kruger Brothers.
We couldn't
But then-
remember.
Then I just saw Brothers
Yeah.
on the day, and I was like, we're gonna get to see the Everybody Fields, our favorite band at the time.
Yeah.
And
And the
this
Kruger
Brothers band that my uncle recommended, and then they walk up.
Oh,
They walk up,
Yeah.
and it was like. It was like watching the Beastie Boys at that point.
It
There
was,
was just
yeah.
so much
They were
energy. It was like
incredible.
just so engaging and magnetic. And I was like, when are they going to get to the instrumentation, like the genius level
Yeah.
instrumentation that
The
my,
technical bluegrass.
that my
Yeah.
uncle was telling me about?
Yeah.
I was like, they're going to bring all of this, But oh man, I remember feeling so wrong and not feeling so right at the same time. It was really cool.
We went to so many of their shows over the years after that because of that day.
Yeah.
It
So-
was at that level with the three of them on stage. It was punk rock. Like it was,
Yeah.
the energy was so different. I was just obviously absolutely floored by them. First time I
Yeah.
saw them.
They played the Tennessee for New Year's one time. I think it was the Tennessee.
It was.
And I remember being
not
like,
New Year's.
New Year. No.
I don't think
Is it
so.
not New Year's?
All the New Year shows have been in North Carolina.
Okay, maybe it was New Year's adjacent.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And I remember
just-
being
yeah.
like, I was
Hopefully,
like,
I'm not wrong about that.
I told Alan, I said, I think I saw the Future tonight at this show. Like, yeah, we became huge fans. Anyway, it's not an Avett Brothers video that we're going to play.
It is not.
Let's get back on track here.
Yeah, let's circle back to superpowers.
This video of Jill and Josh singing this song, I believe we've probably watched minimum 100 times.
Yeah, this is the one that we just haven't been able to turn off.
Yeah. This video could bring me out of any dark place and like make me have faith in humanity again.
This keeps happening where the artists reintroduce these videos to me, and when I saw the number of views that this had, I was, surprised and not surprised at the same time.
A lot of them
Yeah.
were us.
I was gonna say we're like 30 to 35%.
Yeah. A lot of them were us. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
It's our pleasure.
I guess without further ado, Jill Andrews and Josh Oliver playing "Ain't No Ash Will Burn," and then when we come back, you guys will be performing a song.
Let's do it.
Fun.
And that'll be
Great.
the end of today.
Of today.
Thank you.
Well, I have seen snow that fell in May, and I have seen rain on cloudless days. Some things are always bound to change. There ain't no ash will burn. Love is a precious thing, I'm told. It burns just like West Virginia coal. But when the fire burns out, it's cold. There ain't no ash will burn.
You say this life is not your lot, but I can't be something that I'm not. You can't stoke a fire that we ain't got. There then dear behind. There ain't no ash will burn. Love is a precious thing, I'm told. Burns just like West Virginia coal. But when the fire burns out, it's cold. There ain't no ash will burn. If there's one lesson that I've learned, there ain't no ash will burn.
Here we are, the end of another show. Thank you all so much for tuning in. This is Count This Penny. We have other videos with them. I hope you enjoy this song.
Thank you, Justin. Thanks for having us. There's a song called Prisoner. One lit cigarette and a gas tank on wheels. I saw you stumble to the pump, still drunk on a Tuesday afternoon from a night swinging at the moon, pulling copper, I bet, with your boys down at the dump. And we were high when you told me St. Peter can burn in hell. Hell, you left the house before you learned to drive. Took one too many beatings to give a shit about his health, or that Bible belt he'd used to tan your hide. Oh, you got the look of a prisoner, hard and lean and torn apart. Brother, the foothills draw shadows across your face. There's no hiding from the dark. For years you cut a path from jail to Christie's bed, and you cut a friend for the word he said about Mom and all the nightmares you forgot. You went and caught a gun charge in the airport parking lot. But oh, demons are screaming in your head. The simple notion will cause your heart to pound, and your world will spin when you're caught up in a crowd. The whole damn world feels like a crowd. So you'll gas up the truck again, drunk behind the wheel, and feel justified to bring it on yourself. You'd rather take a hammer to that old tolling bell, a busted, blown out, preordained hell. Oh, you got the look of a prisoner, hard and lean and torn apart. Brother, the foothills draw shadows across your face. There's no hiding from the dark. Brother, the foothills draw shadows across your face. There's no hiding from the dark.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. It was a blast. A lot of fun.
Yeah, super fun.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. See you next time. Click on that notifications, subscribe, and like. Thanks.
You did it.
I did it.